There you go. Set it up. Good. Let's get us in the light speed, Falcon.
Yeah, Falcon.
Hey, now you understand why I'm Falcon Chew, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get the reference?
I got it now. Falcon.
It's because I like to Falcon chew things and eat.
Mm-hmm. Now you're
No.
Falcon Chewy.
That's right.
It's your name is just gonna evolve so much. It's gonna it's gonna be so random.
In like 20 years, your name's gonna be like, hey everyone, it's Darth Jafar, Sieteuno, and it's like joined by episode 11, Rise of the Sith Lord. I don't know. Fucking just like I don't know where I was going with it.
I was all excited for it. Like,
yeah, I know. I was waiting for the payoff. I was like, where is this going?
I figured you would just change your name to a fucking movie title at some point. It just came off so fucking bad.
I was super excited for that.
Yeah, no, I was like, okay, this is gonna be badass. This is gonna be something.
What's up, all you stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herders? Welcome to another episode of Gspn. I am one of your hosts, Darth Jafar, coming at you from a galaxy far, far away.
And I am the Sieteuno. I don't know what I'm gonna say to. I can't do anything with that. That was a good one.
And the Falcon Chew.
Chewbacca, Falcon Chewbacca.
No. Falcon Chew.
It's gonna continue. It's gonna become this grand name. It's gotta be like Chewbacca.
Millennium Falcon Chewbacca the Third.
The Falcon Chew already contains the Millennium Falcon and Chewbacca. That is what it is.
Yee. So let's talk about the wings before we forget, because I do want to talk about the air fryer that I have. So tell me, Jafar, how did you like your wings? Tell us about the wings you got.
The wings I had were from my usual go-to place, which is the Stop of the Wings. I got my usual 15 wings, 10 original hot, 5 of any other flavor. This time I went with spicy Q. And they were great, man. They were saucy. They were just right. They were still warm when I got them.
Fuck that.
Because I had a DoorDash.
Nice. Dude,
And you do traditional wings, right?
Yes. I don't do boneless. I've always been a bone-in guy.
You like the bones.
I do. I love bones. I love getting boned.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they were good. Why do you ask?
Well, because my mom bought an air fryer like 3 years ago, and she bought it so that way we could try it out and eat it or whatever, eat from it. And dude, she made one thing. She made chicken fried steaks in there.
Ooh.
And
wow.
I mean, of course, granted,
Texas.
yeah, but granted, she didn't know like how exactly it worked, so they came out horrible. And I love my dog. I mean, my mom. No, my mom makes some badass chicken fried steak. Like her chicken fried steak is badass, like fried. But in the air fryer, it was not the same. And I mean, it was basically. She didn't put oil on it. Because she didn't know how air fryers work. So she made it.
It's a whole different monster.
Yeah, it is completely different. And so she made it, and yeah, after that she made stuff for herself, but that was it. She didn't really try it with anything else. So she had it, and she spent like $60 on it, and she never used it. So she gave it to me because she was like, I don't know what to do with it, and I mean, I've been getting into cooking, so like I've been learning how to cook with like different things or whatever, and she was like, go ahead and you try it and see what you can do with it. I'm like, all right. So I didn't understand how it worked, so I learned how it worked. I was like, well, what the fuck is an air fryer? Like, I don't even know what the fuck it is. So I've been trying it and making food with it, and it's been coming out. I mean, it's been progressively getting better. Like at first, I didn't know you're not supposed to use oil. Like you're still supposed to use oil. It's just you're not frying it in oil. You're just putting oil on it to give it the flavor. And then I was kind of like learning how the time works, because it's like supposed to be quicker than an oven and all this bullshit. So I've been trying it, and last night I made wings. And I tried something else, and I mean, I don't know how to fucking do this. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with wings, because the first time I made them, they came out all right. They came out semi-crispy, but they also like they weren't the same. And
did you put oil on them the first time?
No, I didn't put oil on the first time.
Oh, okay.
And then this time I did put oil on it, and then I also tried other stuff. Like I put garlic, and I put oil, and then I put like salt and pepper, and I like mixed it together, and then I put it on the air fryer. Oh, and then I put flour on it because I was like, well, maybe flour will make it a little crispier. But I didn't put anything else in it. Like I think I probably should have mixed like egg in it or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it didn't. It came out all right, but it came out. Sorry. Okay. It came out all right, but it came out like
Floury?
The flour was like there, and it looked good. But when I put the hot sauce on it, the hot sauce like made the wings like real soggy, and I was like, oh.
It dissolved like the crust.
Yeah, it dissolved the crust, and I was like, oh, this isn't good. But dude, it's like, with an air fryer, the air fryer is like, I mean, so I'm not diabetic, but I drink Coke Zero and not like I drink diet products because I'm like, I don't really want that much sugar. Like I feel like that's like, I mean, I still eat bad, but I feel like it's at least I'm not eating all this sugar or whatever. I don't know. In my mind it makes sense. And so, but like, I mean, basically now I've gotten used to it because my whole family is diabetic. So like I had to get used to drinking diet sodas. So I got used to it. And I feel like an air fryer is kind of like that. It's like diet food. It's not like it's not really frying it. Like it doesn't taste like fried food, but it tastes enough like fried food that I can just kind of get used to the taste. And I know Falcon has an air fryer, so I want to know if he feels the same way about it.
Well, yeah, I guess so, but of course it's not going to be the same. Like you said, it's not going to be the same as an authentic frying oil, like old-fashioned fish fries and things like that. But it's good and it's healthier, like you said, and I would like to keep going down on that path of the air fryer method because it's I feel like it's easier cleanup too. You don't got to worry about storing oils and all that.
Oh yeah,
you just
that's
worry
true.
about the spray oil, and it's kind of almost like a set it and forget it. You don't have to watch it and flip it. I mean, you flip it like once half through.
Yeah.
You could do that halfway through.
I haven't done that once.
Oh, you don't do the flip?
I don't do the flip. I'm too lazy to do the flip. I'm just like, whatever. I'm just gonna do it however which way I want. I mean, it cooks it all the way through. It's just,
Yeah, it does.
I don't know. Maybe
I think it just makes it a more even crisp if you do that.
But see, I don't have like. Is yours the bucket one? Like where it's like it looks like an actual fryer?
No, it's like a pot.
Oh yeah, I mean like the pot. Yeah, like it has a pot.
Oh yeah.
See, the one that my mom bought is an oven one. So that's why I like laughed because I was like, oh, it's not really that much. The fucking grates are fucking horrible. But I mean, I don't really need to flip them because the air is still kind of getting through it all. But I'm still trying it out. Like I'm still like learning how to use it. I've been using it like I use it to warm up my lunch because I normally like cook my food in advance. And then on my break, I'll defrost it. So I've been using that to warm it up. Instead of putting it on my frying pan to cook it again, I put it in the air fryer and it comes out decent. Have you ever tried an air fryer, Jafar?
Nope.
Well, would you give it a chance in the future?
Maybe the later future because I'm already saving up to buy an actual like oil fryer, a pretty big one.
Like a Fry Daddy?
Yeah, because I want to start doing donuts and shit, man. I need it for some pastries.
Oh, I wonder if you can do donuts in the air fryer.
No, I think.
Sure
you can't.
You can't?
No, because they're liquid. It has to be solid.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
See, you need the oil for certain things, gents, and it's the good things in life, like donuts.
I mean, dude, it's...
Now I know what I'm going to fucking get in the morning. I'm going to go get some donuts, dude.
Donuts is nice. Dude, I'm on the west side, so I'm like, there's like should be a ton of like donut places that I can go to, like banderitas or whatever. Banda, I don't know how to say it in Spanish. Dude, they're like the one that's right by my house. Like it's the only one that feeds my whole neighborhood. So I'm like, it should be fucking good, and it's not. Like the glaze like melts like over time, and well, not like over time. Like I know glaze kind of like sucks into the donut or whatever. But like, there's some donut places that it can like last like for a few days.
A little longer.
Yeah, and here it's just like a day, and it's like that's like HEB one. And the HEB one sucks. I hate HEB's donuts.
Now the place I go to, it's literally in the next lot over. Like, there's a building next across from me, and then there's a fence, and then the building behind the fence is the donut place. So if I wanted to, I could just walk there in the morning. But all I do is go out into the street, do a quick little U, and then just pull into the next lot.
You should walk over there.
It's
with
tempting
coffee.
sometimes to like, because to get back to my apartment, I have to like turn left, so I have to look for oncoming traffic from my left. But it's like if I go early enough, sometimes I'm tempted to just drive on the wrong side of the lane, so I can just get inside my complex again, because the fucking driveway is right there.
Do it. Fuck it. Fuck life.
I might as well. There's always cops. There's the intersection where I'm at. There's always a lot of cops because one of the roads leads into like a highway.
Oh,
and
I
it's just
see.
like, yeah. So I'm like, I always see cops there like on their motorbikes, like with their little gun out, their little radar gun, or yeah.
No, they're not. They're not looking for you. Just do it. They'll fucking do it.
Yeah, if I pull into the complex quick enough, I could just park real quick and like duck down. They wouldn't even know what fucking car it was.
Yeah.
Just give them a donut and they'll be fine.
Fucking SpongeBob. I don't even talk about SpongeBob like that, but I want to buy him like donuts and just like fuck with him and shit.
Oh, but I was saying those guys I buy from, their glaze is good. It's lasted like I would say close to 48 hours, like maybe 30 something.
Oh, that's good.
So I can leave it overnight, and the next morning all I gotta do is throw it in the microwave for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, the one there was one at my parents' house, or by my parents' house, that theirs has lasted like, but theirs, dude, fucking. I said I don't have diabetes, but after eating their fucking donuts, I feel like every time I eat it, I feel like my pancreas just dies right then and there. Like it's so fucking sweet. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I need to find a better donut place around my house. It's just that's the only one that I've seen so far. I mean, I'm not really looking, but at the same time, it's like on my way to home, so it is what it is. But so we have an agenda today.
Yeah, are we gonna start off with the?
Let's start off with the Spurs.
All right.
Well, how about we talk a little bit about the Harden shit?
Yeah. All right, we can do that. So I guess I'll just kind of roll into it because I was thinking the other day. I guess growing up a Spurs fan, I always kind of also kept in touch with the news of what was going on with especially teams in our like not our conference but our division.
Yeah.
So I've always kept up with Spurs news, of course, but second to that, I've always kept up with like Rockets and Mavericks news. When we were younger, I always kept up with what the Lakers were doing because they were our rivals and shit like that. But it's been a while since I've done that, but I don't know. I've just been seeing a lot of Harden stuff pop up on my fucking Instagram, dude. And like, I guess he was like before the season started already disobeying like protocols.
Yeah.
And just like at clubs and shit.
Yeah.
And then I know there's all the drama with like fucking him requesting a trade, and then they brought in John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins, and I'm not gonna say he dissed him because he says they're on good terms, but he was like, that's still not good enough. Like, trade me. And he's also, I mean, he's being a bitch and he's asking for a trade, and it kind of reminded me of like how it was with us.
Oh, with the bitch who got fucking hit in the fucking face because he deserved it.
I know it sounds weird, but for once I'm not sympathizing with Houston fans, but I'm kind of like, hey, it sucks, don't it?
remember all those Houston fans were saying, dude, he can make his own decision. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. Kawhi can do whatever he wants. Yeah, now you're dealing with that same shit, man.
It's just funny.
Dude, I don't know, man. Like, Harden is a fucking choke artist, man. Like, that's...
To be fair, I don't think I've ever really liked him too much. If I did, it was early when he first started in Houston. But then after a while, he kind of got on my nerves.
He's a choke artist, dude. When has he ever like performed really well in the playoffs? Like that first time he made it to the playoffs with Oklahoma. Like, I mean, everyone kind of sucked it up, but him especially, like, he was shooting threes and, like, completely airballing it, or, like, completely, like, missing it. But with us, when he played us, because he knocked us out of the playoffs, he was fucking hitting every single one. And I was going into that championship, and I'm like, oh, I think that was a championship where, who did they fight? Who did they play against? Was it Miami?
Yeah, they lost to Miami.
Yeah. So and I think was that his first championship? LeBron's first championship?
Yeah, because he beat them, then he beat us, and then we beat them.
Okay. So yeah, so I was like, dude, he fucking is killing he's fucking killing us, and then he can't even fucking beat LeBron, and he's like missing all of his shots. I was like, dude, like, granted, I mean, I'm not gonna say LeBron isn't good. Like, I mean, I know in the past I've said that, but LeBron is decent. I mean, he's not fucking MJ, which is why I didn't really like LeBron in the first place. But I mean, he's a good player, and I didn't like the fact that he left Cleveland to go do whatever he did, like, to win a championship. Like, he was too scared not to try to do it in Cleveland. But yeah, dude, I didn't want him to win just because of that reason. And I was kind of going for Oklahoma because I really wanted them to. I didn't want LeBron to win a championship, and I figured, like, I was kind of going with the route, like, the thinking, the rationale. They beat us, like, they were just hitting everything. I was like, all right, we deserve to lose. Let them win. Like, I'd rather them win than fucking LeBron. And, of course, that's not what happened. But, I don't know. I've never liked Harden. How did you feel about Harden, Falcon?
I ain't really paid attention too much to that because there's other things that are better to focus on. Like the Spurs and whatnot, and watch something positive growing and happening. But I mean, he's just dramatic. He's always been that guy that likes to go to the clubs, and he's showing that. And it's an example of how one dude can dismantle a whole team.
Yeah, and he's paying for it. He got COVID.
As you've said, we've seen it happen here, and we've already started to rebuild our side, so they're going to have to go through that as well.
Yeah.
What's funny too is that he's probably, like, even not subconsciously, but what's the fucking word? Like, he just subconsciously lowered his value, I think, in trading.
Oh yeah.
Or even in the off season.
Inadvertently.
There's the goddamn word. Inadvertently.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, because everybody else is watching, and they're like, I think it's someone was like, if Houston was the kind of team that gave Harden everything he ever asked for all these years, which they did. They gave him D'Antoni, they gave him, like, people to play off of and stuff like that. They gave him everything, and this is how he's treating them? What other team out there is going to be like, hey, I want to give you everything?
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to. I mean, dude, he, like you said, like, he unwittingly ruined or started bringing his stock down. And I mean, dude, he's not, I want to say he's kind of not worth it. I mean, he's a scoring champion. I mean, I'll admit that. But, dude, he hasn't done anything in the playoffs to warrant being paid highly and being sought after highly. I mean, look what he's done. I mean, you could say that, like, that Oklahoma wasn't his fault because Westbrook is fucking Westbrook. Yeah, but dude, fucking Houston was all him. Like, he owned Houston, and now look at it. Like, it's going downhill. Like, didn't they lose? They fired D'Antoni because of him, and yeah, like, that's stupid. Like, I don't know. But who do the Rockets have other than Harden?
Just, I guess, Wall and Cousins, but they both haven't played in like a year.
That's not
and
good.
A very old Eric Gordon. Is that his name?
Oh, is he old?
He's like in his 30s, ain't he?
He looks old. He's always looked old, but he can drain that three almost. He
really can. He's one of those guys that, like, when he gets hot, he looks like a fucking superstar.
But can he?
But he averages like 15 a game.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what I was going to ask. Like, can he carry a team like that?
Shoot enough. No.
He's 32. And his career average is 16 points per game, but I'll be damned if he hasn't dropped like 40 on us before.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I'm pretty sure he has, dude. Fucking the Spurs now, I mean...
He's the kind of guy that the Spurs will get when he's 35.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, that's true.
And play him 13 minutes a game.
Give us 12 points. 12 points a game.
I don't know, man. Like, now talking about, like, a rebuild, or, like, how they don't have anyone. Well, you know what? I take that back. I was about to say, like, I feel like I feel real nervous about us. But that first game that we played, I thought we did really well. I guess going into the Spurs now, going into our next topic here. The Spurs, dude, and I mean, I know, do you want spoilers, Falcon?
I heard. Cilantro was texting me.
Yeah, so, I mean, we're recording this while the Spurs are playing the Raptors. and they just
Is it
finished. Yeah, it's finished, and they fucking beat the Raptors. We're 2-0 now, and dude,
Wow.
yeah, and you
The
know,
Raptors are 0-2.
yeah, but dude, I was look, I'm not.
What?
I have.
Come on now.
I don't like our offense right now. I don't like our setup right now.
What?
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not. I don't like.
You don't like small ball?
I don't like small ball. Like I feel like it's. Yeah, y'all seen?
Adapting.
Have y'all seen Moneyball?
I don't think so. No.
So Moneyball. I mean, it's a decent movie, but what happened. So it's an actual thing that happened. The basics of it is that the Athletics were not doing too well, and their general manager brought in this guy, the statistician, and the statistician decided, instead of following like sports, like we need to start like it is like today, like in basketball, like instead of having all these stars in the Spurs team, like having fucking Kawhi, Tim Duncan, Manu, Tony, what they are doing, or what they figured out what to do, is to make up for those stars. They just get people that their stats and their averages are decent, and they equal up to a star player. And they did this. They had this whole algorithm to figure it out, and they implemented it, and it worked. And like, dude, the whole movie is about them basically like showing how it worked, and how the managers were not wanting to go with it, and because of that, like they were still losing because they weren't going with the plan. And then the general manager went and traded off all these star players so that they would have to go with the system. And they started doing the system, and they won like 20 games in a row, and they ended up going to the playoffs. But the thing that I always remember from that movie is that they lost in the playoffs. And they lost because they didn't. I mean, for a season, that's good to have for your stats to kind of like work out to win. But in the playoffs, it's a different monster. Like there's more stress. There's more people There's different game plans. People are bringing more energy to that, and you can't win without players that can outperform or do well. And that's how I kind of feel like small ball is. Like it'll win games, like it'll win regular season games, because we're not playing the same team twice, or we're not playing the same team every day. We're playing different teams each week. So like, of course that's gonna work, because these other teams can't match up. But dude, you play the same when you get to the playoffs, you're playing the same team for 7 games. And they're going to figure out a way to beat you. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's just my take on small ball. I've never been a fan of it when Houston used to do it back. Or no, not Houston. I guess the Suns. I don't think the Suns did it. I know D'Antoni had a running gun game. Like he would just fucking fast break left and right. But I don't know who else did it. But I don't know. I've always seen it and not liked it.
What does that mean?
Falcon shaking his finger.
It means I may disagree.
Disagree, motherfucker.
Siete, I disagree. And the reason, first of all, Siete, is because it's game 1. Okay, we didn't really see game 2. We didn't see game 2 much. We will tonight.
Yeah. Well,
later. But game 1, it looked good, and I just feel like there's multiple weapons now, and you got a lot of young dudes that are hungry and they want to take it to the basket. They're not afraid to go in there. I feel like any one of them. When I say any one of them, I'm mainly talking about like Keldon Johnson, DeJounte Murray, Lonnie Walker.
No, you can't talk about DeJounte Murray because you don't support him like I do. You guys don't support him.
You want spoilers?
Yes.
Yeah, drop it.
DeJounte with the triple-double, bro.
Oh, yes. My boy, my beautiful baby boy.
A very soft triple-double. 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 11 points.
Hey, man, that's a fucking triple-double. What are you fuck? Leave him alone.
That filler.
So what I'm saying is we're spread out and we got more people to depend on. It wasn't like previous years when it was like, LaMarcus got to run the team, or got to hold us, or DeRozan got to hold us. But now we're spread out more. And the first game we had 7 dudes in double figs scoring. Mm-hmm. Tonight we had 6 dudes in double figs scoring. Big Dick Mills went off. I didn't see him play. Oh, I did see him play a little bit, but his stats you know. And I like Big Dick Mills.
I mean, I like him, but would I trade him? I would in a heartbeat.
We don't even
Well, I
need to
guess you don't
trade
want to
him.
win.
We don't even need to trade him. We just need him to agree to not play. Just don't give us those minutes, and we'll put him in other places.
That's true. I mean, no, I would trade him for a big guy.
We can pay him for like 35 claps a game.
Revert him back to his original.
It's worth more than you know.
Yeah. I mean,
by the way, I agree with Falcon Shoe. I just call this growing pains, man. This is a very young core, early time together in their time here. Hopefully it's going to be the first year of like a decade to come. There will be a time in late 2020 something when we're looking back and we're like, you remember back when Lonnie and Keldon were young and always turning the ball over? Look at them now, you know?
Well, so I'll say this. I do hope I'm wrong. I mean, because I'm a Spurs fan, I hope I'm wrong, and I hope that maybe Pop is just a fucking genius and he figured out a way to make it work. But I really think they're moneyballing it, and they're trying to win with all of these different players, these role players. But I'm telling you, once we get into the playoffs, like I don't see it working. Like we need finishers. Like Biggie D makes a good point, and I agree with him. We need someone that the game's on the line. We need 2 points. We need to give the ball to someone to get us 2 points.
So you don't want that person to be DeMar? Because I mean, he's been hot these first 2 games.
Okay.
Okay,
but
solid.
What about last year and the year before that, and then when he was with the Raptors?
Maybe this is a redemption year. Also, like I said, dude, this is his last year with us. He might play his fucking brains out so that his value goes up. He might be more valuable than James Harden because of James Harden's attitude.
That's true. I agree. Like, I feel like, I know for sure he's going to be playing. Because, he wants out. Like, I know he wants out. And he probably wants to go back to Toronto. Or, he might even want to go to LA somewhere. I'll be pissed if he goes to the Clippers. Oh, I will hate DeMar.
He would never, dude. I think he would go to the Clippers and sign a 10-day contract just so he could fuck Kawhi up at practice. Beat him up in the parking lot.
Hey, DeMar would do it. DeMar would fuck somebody up. I 100% believe that. Yeah. But, that would be the one thing that I would be pissed off if he did. Like, I would be pissed off if he went to the Clippers to play. Because, he's from LA. He's from Compton, right? And, I'd be okay with Lakers. Because LeBron's on his way out. And, yeah, man. Like, I'd be fine with the Lakers. But dude, just to finish my point, like, I don't think DeMar is that person that can finish the games for us, man. Like, he's not Kawhi, he's not Tim Duncan, he's not Manu, he's fucking not Tony Parker. Like, dude.
Well, then this is the year to figure it out. Well, maybe in the coming season, whenever the game's on the line or it's really close, maybe that's Pop's strategy is like, you know what? Let's see what happens if we put the ball in Lonnie's hands today, or let's see what happens if we put the ball in Keldon's hands today for this. What if we're down by 1 point, like each of those games? He tries different people.
Yeah, I hear you.
And then come the playoffs, he looks at the stats and he's like, Lonnie, you did like way better at like last minute situations, so get ready.
No, I hear you. And yeah, I'm nervous to see.
Well, let's just watch it unfold.
Ooh, yeah. So, that's our Spurs rant.
Yee.
But go Spurs go, man. I love that young core. They can do a lot wrong, but in my eyes, they still can't do anything wrong. You know what I mean?
They're hungry. They're fucking hungry. They remind me of like the Denver Nuggets as they was growing, and now they're strong.
Well, is this what All Might feels like whenever Midoriya does something? He's like, young Midoriya.
Yes, actually, 100%. This is how that works out.
Whenever Lonnie has another slam dunk, I'm always like, young Lonnie.
That's Pop.
That is exactly how that works.
So while we're on the topic of nerdy stuff, or should I say nerdy shit, we all here have we also like things that are, I guess, outside of the what you would call your typical like nerdy stuff. We do watch other shows like Breaking Bad and things like that. But another show that we watch, and we didn't even tell each other we were all watching it. We
It
just all
just
kind
happened.
of we all just kind of stumbled onto it. Was Schitt's Creek?
Yes.
Holy cow, Schitt's Creek! We got to talk about it, and we are actually being honored by being guested all of a sudden by Cilantro.
Hello.
You've heard us mention the name in passing.
She immediately came in so she can talk
Yeah.
to her heart's content of Schitt's Creek.
I heard she has much to say of the show.
Yes. And
Yeah. So much to say about
If you
Schitt's
could only
Creek.
see the face. No, I mean, but I will say though, I think nerd stuff is like perception. It's kind of like how Obi-Wan says, it's from a certain point of view. And I mean, I feel like Schitt's Creek would qualify, just like I feel like Great Breaking Bad would fall under nerd stuff. Like it's at Comic-Con, you see fucking Breaking Bad stuff at Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you there's Schitt's Creek stuff at Comic-Con too.
I was gonna say you could see a lot of people dressing up as David
Yeah.
Yeah.
with his crazy gear.
Well, dude, that documentary was actually really
Moira.
good.
Or Moira, yeah.
I think Moira was where it's at in the fashion world. She made a lot of big breakthroughs. She made me want to start wearing wigs, so I'm gonna start wig collection soon.
Is
No way.
that really what happened? Is that why you're wearing wigs?
I think it's fantastic that she could be someone different every day. Like she could be blonde Monday, redhead Tuesday, totally punk rock Wednesday. Like she could be with different characters, and I think it's just little spicy in her life. And I mean, he didn't seem to matter, Mr. Think of his name. Don't tell me, but yeah, he didn't. Mr. Rose didn't seem to mind at all with Moira and her adventures. So
Well, I think
yep.
I think with him, like he was like, because they've been married for how long? Like forever. And like she was, I think he was just like used to it, and he didn't even give a shit. Like he was just like, she could do like the most outlandish stuff, and he would be all for it, ready to go with it.
They were a fun like TV couple because like there's a lot of
She was
TV couples where you're like that's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, that would never happen. But I could honestly look at them and be like, you know what? He seems like the kind of dude that genuinely might love his wife enough to put up with her antics, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. They made a great team. But yeah, I think Schitt's Creek was definitely a big breakthrough. I was surprised I stuck with it because I'm not really a TV show person. Like I get bored easily and distracted really fast. And I'll admit, like the first episode, because Falcon made me watch it, and so he was like, "You're not even watching it." I'm like, "I am watching it." And then, like after the first episode, I was like, "Okay, that was cool." And then I really didn't care to see the next one. But then we watched the next one, and then I started getting really into it and like falling in love with the characters, and so it got me really fast, and it was just very good family show. Oh my god, it was a very good family show, and I think it could relate to many different types of people. And just the dialogue about the sexual orientations, different different culture that we have, it just touched me in a different way than just the comedy aspects. It was very deep in the coming out episodes and all that, or just the way he really expressed his sexuality was just very deep, but still comedic and touching. I enjoyed it.
You know, like to go off of that, I didn't even realize how big of a it was. That show's like a really big show in the LGBTQ community, man. Like that's like
yeah.
Like I didn't like.
I was wearing skirts, and I didn't even notice that he would wear a skirt in every episode. Almost, it was part of his wardrobe. He wore the jeans with the skirt over it as fashion, like to bring fashion out too, but also because he wanted to show off his sexuality more that way. I loved it.
Yeah, that was I did like that, and I'm very about like protecting like those people, because I'm like that's just their lives, like they're just doing their stuff, you know. So like why should we discriminate and be mean to them? But you know, I was watching it, and that episode about the guy coming out, I thought it was gonna go downhill. Like I was like, shit, this is gonna be awkward and bad. But in the documentary they made about it, they talked about how like that in that universe they don't like it's already an accepted thing. So there's not a big issue with it too much. And I was like, oh, that's once I heard that, like everything from the show made sense because I watched that after I watched all 6 seasons, and I was like, huh, okay, because I saw that like I felt they normalized it, which was cool. Like they just made it normal, and they didn't emphasize it, which I feel like that's how it should be. Like it shouldn't be like this big old grandiose thing. It should just be normal. They're just people, you know. Like they're not anything different than you and I. So that's how they treated it, and I thought that was cool. Like I didn't think they exaggerated it or made it this huge message. They just made a show, and it just so happened that stuff was part of it. And I was like, all right, that's cool. I can accept that stuff.
I learned what a throuple was because I had no idea what a throuple was before Schitt's Creek. Never heard of it. Never knew. And then I was like, oh, this is a thing. And then I got on TikTok and realized there's plenty of couple thruples on there. And I thought, oh, wow, this is a thing. You can have a couple with 3 people if you like. And so that was wild, learning that piece.
Has it opened a new door in y'all's marriage?
Who knows what... Never mind, no.
No, you know, it's surprising, kind of going off topic, but, so I'm a single guy, and I'm, like, I use the dating app, and, dude, on Tinder...
I like to talk about.
Huh?
That's another topic I like to talk about.
No, but, like, on Tinder, there's a lot of people looking for a third, and I'm like, whoa, hold up. That's kind of crazy that's, like, to put that on TikTok, like, I guess that's brave. I mean, yeah, be brave, do you, but... Shit, man. I thought it was just on TV. But,
Indeed. Before we leave that topic of, you know, the different sexualities and how that opened up the door for a lot of people and helped a lot of people become comfortable, we watched that little documentary at the end. And there was a quote from the movie where David says, you know, it's about the wines when he's talking about the wines, red wine, white wine, rosé. And he says, I like the wine and not the label. And there was a lot of people out there like at like Schitt's Creek premieres and shows and things like that where they would just have shirts that said, I like the wine and not the label, or posters and all that, because it really connected with them. And that was one of the eps where cilantro, and I thought it was like really interesting, and we delved deeper into it to understand it and whatnot.
Yeah.
So funny story, because so cilantro, I've told this to Falcon and Jafar, but so I don't watch shows unless I'm attracted to someone on the show.
Yes, I've heard it.
That's the only reason. And on that show, I was attracted to Alexis and Stevie and what's her name?
Myra.
Twyla was kind of had it going on for me. Hey, I have weird taste. I like nerdy chicks, and she was kind of nerdy, and she was just like, oh yeah, she was like, I like that. That's interesting to me. But I had a reason why I was bringing that up. Oh, because I was looking up. I looked her up on Instagram. I looked up Emily Hampshire. I think that's her name, and. I just saw, like, I was looking through her Instagram, and she had something on Schitt's Creek, so I opened it, and I was reading, and I was like, huh, that's an interesting thing. And, like, I opened it and read it, and that was literally it was the quote, I like the wine, not the label. And that was the episode that I actually was on. Like, it had just came up, and I was like, wait, what? Like, how is this happening? But yeah, like, that's a good quote. I didn't realize how significant it was. I mean, it was a good analogy. I just didn't think. I mean, of course, we're not in that community, so I didn't really think about it too much, like in depth. But like when I watched the documentary, it made more sense. I was like, oh, okay, I can understand how that's a good analogy for people to explain that to people.
Yeah, you love their character, their heart, their personality. You don't really care what sex they are. You're just like, oh, you happen to be a girl, but I like you. I want to get to know you in a different light. Oh, but you happen to be a girl, or you're a guy. I like who you are. I want to go further. Oh, but you happen to be a guy. I don't care. Like, you know, you like the person.
Pansexual.
Oh,
You know that, but I will say though that episode made me understand what a pansexual was, because Deadpool's a pansexual, and like I read that and I read the description of a pansexual and I'm like, well, that's just bisexual. Like I don't understand how that's different. But then like that show explained it, like it's also that includes like trans people or whatever, like whatever their orientation. They just like the person, not the label or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that show did make me understand what pansexual meant. Like I didn't know what it meant beforehand, but now I understand what it means.
He did it.
Mm-hmm.
He did it.
I did it.
Mm.
There was one thing. There was one thing that I did not like about Schitt's Creek.
What?
How dare you?
I didn't like how it ended.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like it
Why
because
did you expect there was going to be like another season or something?
yes, I did. As people will understand in the previous episode, Cilantro. Did Falcon tell you or explain to you what happened?
He did. He told me the whole story, and I told him flat out. I said, that sounds like you're insinuating there is another episode. And he was like, no, it doesn't. And I was like, well, the fact that you said, I heard in the next season they're going to do this or whatever.
Well, you know what, Cilantro? The door is right there.
So, but for me,
So
so the one thing I didn't like for me was that I wanted, like, I wanted them to get their money back. Like, I wanted them to catch the fucker that stole all their money. And I thought, like, the whole time I was watching the show, I was like, okay, like the perfect way to end the show is for them to catch that guy and get their money back. Like I felt like that would have been, I felt like that would have been a way for them to like do so much more stuff and everything. But they never caught him, and I'm like, fuck. That's the one thing I wanted.
They embezzled money though, didn't they?
No, their tax person did it.
Oh.
So they were innocent the whole time, and that tax person took their money from them. So I felt like that should have been the ending. Like I felt like they should have caught the guy, and they got their money back, and they were back to the way they were. But I mean, it was still good. I mean, I think that it was a story of them working hard to fight their way back to where they were, but I really wanted them to like get their money back and then do stuff. I don't know. That's just I guess that's just the way I would have liked the story to go.
I understand where you're coming from there, but that just wasn't what the show was about, you know? It wasn't about getting revenge or money or, you know, catching the guy that did us wrong. It was about
humbling.
I think another deep thing that it had was the fact that before, when they had all the money and all the riches, they weren't that close knit, and then when they lost everything, that's when they got closer in a hotel room.
hell yeah.
They were
Like,
forced.
and I was sad. I almost wanted to cry when Mr. Rose said, like, come on, let's all get together. And, you know, he never even talked to Alexis much before they lost all their money, and he talked to her more probably in that hotel, even when he thought she was pregnant. It was pretty hilarious.
That was a funny episode.
But they got closer as they lost everything, and that kind of shows you, like, you could have everything in the world, but if you don't have your family, it doesn't really matter, kind of thing. I don't know. It was, like, real deep and stuff. And so that was tough. Just clearly, David was Moira's favorite, right? Because she never wanted to have lunch with Alexis. She always wanted to have David. And then when they did get together, like, they couldn't even have a conversation, and that's her mom. Like, how sad is that? You can't even have a conversation with your mom. It was so awkward for them to sit down and at a table together. They, you know, like I said, when they lost everything, they got to know each other better. Well, that was good.
And I felt more like, and I guess that's why I wanted them to get their money back. Like, I wanted them to be restored to what they were before, because I wanted them to have all that experience of losing their money and be nothing, and then all of a sudden get that money back, and now what do you do with it? Because now you've been in that bad situation. You should, now you can sympathize and empathize with those people. Now that you have that money back, you can...
But I mean, I feel like they're gonna make their money back because that lady wanted to work with Mr. Rose and Stevie. Yeah. So I mean, he may not be as rich as he once was, but I imagine owning like a string of motels is pretty good business. I just
thought Alexis changed because she was a real bee in the beginning, and then she really found her soft spot at the end. And I was like, oh look, she found her heart and her soul.
Am I like the only person that's kind of happy that it didn't work out between her and Ted? It was like a good growing moment for her.
Yeah, I couldn't see her living in those islands because that's not her personality.
Because it was like a real thing that would happen. It's not like they were on bad terms. It's just one had certain dreams for one place and the other had certain dreams for the other. And they were just like, I love you, but we got to do our own things. Like, it'd be cool if they did like an episode or something where they like met in the future in New York or something. Like,
Fucking
I
Parks
think
and
it's
Rec.
okay. I think it's okay that they like parted ways as
His heart
friends.
was so good, though. Yeah, like he had such a good heart. And I'm not saying she didn't, but you can see they were on different platforms. I don't know.
That's right, though. That's right. You're right. There was a lot of growth for them. They had to make some tough decisions, and she really matured and changed with that. And it led her to make some of the decisions that she made with Twyla, like when Twyla wanted to give her all that money from winning the lottery. And she wanted it, but she was like, no, Twyla, it's not the right thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, okay, so I don't know if anyone else caught this. I thought I was the only one that I feel like this might be the only thing. But did anyone else think that fucking, what was his name? The first boyfriend, Mud or Bud?
Yeah, Mud.
So did anyone else think he was a fucking serial killer? And I know this is random. Okay, I know this is random, but I really thought they were going to go somewhere with that because there was an episode where he dressed up really nice, right? Like he wore a suit and everything. I forgot what episode it was. It was like in the beginning. He made a joke to Alexis because she was like, "Oh, you clean up really nice," and he's like, "Yeah, I had to kill someone for this suit," and I thought like it was a funny joke, but then Alexis left and someone else came up to him and asked him about the suit and he said it again and I was like, huh, that's kind of a weird thing to say again. I mean, I guess you could just say that it was just like him just keeping on the joke because Alexis, like he said it to Alexis, but honestly, I thought they were going to go down the route of him being like a serial killer, and I don't know what they would have done with that, but yeah, did anyone else catch that? Like, I felt like that was going to be a thing.
I don't think so.
No, I didn't, but I don't know,
remember.
Did she really want a relationship with him? Because I feel like he just treated her like a fuck, and that was it. Like,
well, definitely, that's exactly what he treated her. But, like, and I thought that's where they were going to go with it. Like, he was treating her bad anyways, so if he was a serial killer, then people would have been like, oh, well, fuck you. But, of course, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I did like the route in the early episodes where it felt like he was homeless. Yeah. And I was like, that would have been funny for like a really, really rich girl to fall in love with like a homeless guy.
Yeah.
That would have been hilarious, actually, too.
Yeah. The fact I was thrown off too that he was the mayor's and his wife's like first son. Mm-hmm. That was just like a random thing that probably didn't even need to be in the show, but they did it anyway.
They never really touched back on it that too much.
No, they never went back to it.
I wonder what happened.
No, I was gonna say I got pretty thrown off by the baby that what's his name had. Forgot it. I can't believe I have only Roland had with his wife. That was so random. I never saw that coming. Like Roland and the wife having an actual baby. A baby, as Myra says.
Dude, that episode.
Baby was here.
That episode though, where Johnny and Moira take care of the baby was like pretty funny though.
Oh yeah.
That would be freaking me trying to take care of. Wait, what is y'all's? What is I'll just bleep it. Name here.
She's that kid.
That kid.
That kid! Oh, that's right.
How do you spell that?
Theikid.
What? I before E except after C.
That kid.
No, it's Thekid.
That's what I said.
The kid.
That kid.
Put together.
But I thought, I feel like that's how freaking I would be trying to take care of that kid. I would have been like...
No, you would be good.
Probably not now. Like, I don't think I'd be a good babysitter now. Maybe later down the line when she's older and I can, like, we can watch Star Wars together, then yes. I can be a good babysitter.
If she's alive by the time they come back.
That's what Falcon calls that kid right now during Christmas time.
That's what I say. That's what I tell Cilantro. Like, we just had to make sure that she stayed alive.
Oh yeah. That's pretty much what he said. We've done good so far. I'm like, okay, let's go.
She's still
He
alive.
calls her.
She's the mean one. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he calls her the Grinch.
No, that's just part of the song.
I'll still
You're
blip
a
out.
mean one.
He
Mrs.
does.
Grinch,
He
or
sings
Miss
that to
Grinch.
her and tells her that she's the mean one.
Cause she is, dude. She fights with us, man.
Oh, so she
Rowdy.
is gonna be bad.
Rowdy.
No, she's like the best baby you'll ever meet. Like,
No, she's like the Sour Patch Kids.
no, she's not.
Oh,
You
so
know, other people, their kids are up all night long playing till like midnight. She goes to bed every night at 8, and she's so behaved, and she does everything she's supposed to do. She knows how to talk already, and she's very advanced for her age. Although my mother-in-law likes to give her cookies before giving her vegetables.
Oh,
but-
you want to talk about mamas?
Look, so cilantro. I'm not gonna lie. If I was babysitting that kid, she's gonna get like applesauce and
No.
like
Kessel. Chips and Kessel.
chips and guess like whatever she wants. That's what I'm gonna get. I'm the cool uncle.
Air
That's what I do.
fryer.
I'm like, oh hey, we're gonna go get this. We're gonna have fun.
I'm not the mom to mess with.
Basically, whatever she points at, she's gonna get.
Yeah, I'm
Seriously,
the
his
cool
mom
uncle.
gives him Cookies.
That's what I do with.
Pizza. She already gave her pizza, and I did not pack pizza. I packed carrot with chicken, and she said that she didn't want that. That I gave her a pizza slice.
Cilantro, before you talk any further, I'll have you know that my mom is a subscriber to this show.
You
Just
just
saying.
And our
just-
number one donor.
I'm just saying.
we have a Patreon,
Yeah,
and she's the one
she
that pays
donated
it.
you. You're a host.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I am the Falcon.
and
Any-
the Falcon Chewbacca.
Schitt's Creek was good. I would watch Schitt's Creek again. Oh, and can we also promote the happiest season, because David does phenomenal in the happiest season.
Y'all need to watch it. Did you watch it?
It's so
I
good.
haven't watched it yet. We can watch for the next episode. For the next episode, we can have watched it and talk about it.
Fucking hilarious. And like I said, I can't really stay focused on shows and movies that much, but that one got me good.
Like I said, when Schitt's Creek ended, me and Cilantro, we had some postpartum because we were missing mainly David Rose. We were missing him.
Yeah.
And then we watched Happiest Season, and we knew that he was in it, but we didn't know what he was going to be like or
Fucking
how much he was going to show up.
hilarious.
He doesn't show much up in the movie. He doesn't show up much.
Ew, David.
But when he does, like when he showed up and what he did, we were like, oh yeah, baby! And then
You also don't you love Alexis's T-Rex hands in the show? She looks like always walks from like this.
well, David does that too.
She's like, "Ew, David." And
Alexis,
she's like, "Ooh."
Alexis,
Yeah,
is just
so
fuck
good.
me.
I'd watch it again for sure.
Is that gonna be like Cilantro's Office? That's gonna
What?
be the Office where she just watches it constantly, like on breaks.
Oh, I don't know. See, I can't rewatch shows. Well, I can watch other shows over and over and over again. Like Roseanne, I can watch that all day. But
I think you can watch Shits over again.
I think I gotta try it. I'll have to try it because I guess
I watched the
once.
first. There's 6 seasons total.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the first 5 twice.
What?
Well,
So-
I was in a daze because it was like during a really heavy work load time. So I would just come home and throw it on while I ate dinner and like passed out on the couch.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I'll have to try it.
I would say this: maybe don't immediately watch it again. Maybe give it a year and watch it again.
Oh,
Because that's what.
Okay.
Because like I watch of course it's not the same thing, but I watch animes. Like certain animes all over again. Like I watch My Hero Academia and Full Metal Alchemist, but I don't watch it like immediately after. I wait a year or a year and a half, and I'll watch it again just to remember what stuff was about. And it's usually like, I mean, I enjoy it. I like it, and especially like if you're trying to like if you're like cleaning around the house, that's good. That's something good to have just to like listen to while you're cleaning around the house. That's what I usually do. But
I wish I knew him personally, like in real life, because he seems like he'd be one of those friends that no matter what, he's gonna be entertaining. Just the way he talks and the way he walks.
He's a good dude.
Like I wish I can he'd be my neighbor or something, and just come over and be like, you really need to take those Christmas lights off because it's Easter. Like You know, that's the way he'd funny. Like,
But cilantro.
okay, what's going? Oh, like, okay, so the other day, right? Falcon was dressed up with like a backwards hat and like his boots and like his watch. Like he was trying to fucking be a snack. And I was
he's
like,
fashionable.
what's going on here? Like, what's going on? What is all this? And I thought, oh my god, I'm talking like David Rose. Like, what are you doing right now? Like, what is all this? And so I just need to watch it again so I can recreate him in my own light. Trying to look like a little snack. Ew, David. So,
Well, wait. Now
I'm not with them all day.
I'm hurt with you, cilantro, because I'm not entertaining. You're saying that I'm not
You're
entertaining.
very entertaining, but you don't wear a skirt and jeans. If you did that, then I'd definitely talk to you more. Because I can do a killer Alexis, like, if I can just watch her again and just kind of just, do her little sayings and stuff, because she's so funny. And like I said, I really want to be a Myra, because I have a wig coming in soon. It's blonde with little black streaks, and then I'm going to have a big hat, and then just play dress up every now and then.
Wait, how much are wigs?
Depending if you want, like, synthetic hair, or you want, like, a certain kind of hair. But I've been looking at them at, like, 18, 19, not too expensive. Like, I don't really want an expensive one, but yeah, they'll run you about $20.
Yee. The bottom line is that Schitt's Creek came out in 2015. It took us a shitload of time to get to it because we don't pay attention to Canadian TV, but it finally came out on Netflix, and we gave it a chance, and my sister said, try it, and I never did, and then finally I did, and we loved it, all of us.
Very good.
Yeah.
Check that shit out.
I never watched it, but I used the GIFs all the time from the show.
Man. Yeah, it was good. I give it 2 Tim Duncan hands.
Y'all can't see us.
I as well. 2 Tim Duncan hands with 4 Tim Duncan fingers.
But so with that, we should probably move on to our next topic. And I don't know if Cilantro wants to stay for this. She's more than welcome to stay for this part of it. But the next thing we had on our topics was talking about our gifts for the year. Of course,
for anyone who's listening, this is being recorded on the 26th of December. So
literally the day after.
Yesterday was the birth of the man. He goes by many names: Jesus of Nazareth, Jesus of Bethlehem, Jesus the Lord,
sweet baby
Jesus, sweet baby Jesus, John the Baptist's cousin. What's the other one?
Yeshua, Yahweh.
Have y'all ever seen on SNL the Debbie Downer part or skit? Yeah, with Kristen Wiig. I was about to be the Debbie Downer here. Jesus wasn't actually born on December 25th. That was the Catholic Church just trying to win over the pagans because the pagans celebrated whatever thing they celebrated on the 25th.
No
and then
way.
cue the music.
I always knew it was just a day like dedicated to his birth, but like I didn't know that the fucking church did it like in spite of someone else's fucking celebration.
Yeah, he was born in August or September. He was born in like the summer months. The more you know, history. Love history.
You want to hear the another history that a lot of people don't know? Jesus was a prophet, but he wasn't the son of God. I'm just playing.
Damn, going into the Muslim faith there. Before this, if this ever does get monetized, let's try not to get demonetized before we get monetized. Let's go into our gifts. Jafar, did you have something you wanted to show that you got unexpectedly?
Well, I showed you all the picture, but I guess I could get it. Yeah, I was really happy because it was on my wish list for the Secret Santa. I didn't know it existed until I made the list, but nobody got it. But then a random package came for me and texted me that I should open it, and it was the Doc Holliday pop figure from...
Oh, you did tell me about that. That's cool.
I know, and his eyes are pink because he's fucking dying of leukemia.
Oh,
That's so cute.
That's interesting.
That's morbid, right?
That's an interesting plot
I looked
point that I
on the
wasn't
box.
aware of.
I looked on the back of the box because there's 3 other characters you can get from the movie.
Uh-huh.
And compared to them, his like skin is like 4 shades lighter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I need to. It's on my to-do list. Since I'm off this whole week, I'm gonna watch all these movies that I haven't watched yet. So that's on my to-do list.
The only other cool thing I got from my woman was a robe. It's in the closet. I can't get it right now, but it's basically a robe that this like bad crime organization wears in Naruto. So it's kind of like a Japanese style, and it's got it's black and it has like it looks like Nimbus clouds, like from Dragon Ball Z, but they're red. So that was pretty fucking cool.
So that's all the gifts you got, Jafar?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, then I got a Secret Santa. This is a good one, I guess. Secret Santa at work. What happened? My owner, the owner of the place I work at, got me. And so he disregarded the $20 limit, and I have a bottle of whiskey now.
Hey!
So you should be drinking that now.
I haven't cracked into it. I don't know if I'm ready to drink quite yet. It's been a minute.
Brother, just drink it a low ball glass. Fill it about 1/8 full.
So that's all the presents you had. No more presents?
Well, you guys know what I got for the Secret Santa we did.
Yeah. But nothing else.
He's saying the noteworthy one.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing else.
Why?
Why would you think he got a PS5 or something?
Alright, well, Falcon understands then.
Yes.
What?
You best drink that like a mofo. I don't know. He's on his own level.
We can tell him. We can tell him what I thought.
Wait, Jafar.
I'm trying to think if I missed something.
Jafar, remember you were going to send us something for Christmas, I think?
Oh, yeah, let's see. Maybe I'm not wrong. Maybe I'm not wrong yet.
Siete and I received packages today, and I don't know if it's from you, but mine looks like that too. Is that from you?
Oh, that should be it. Damn, it got there already?
Yeah, it got here today.
Wait for me.
Well, I gotta take off the tape anyways. We're gonna cut this part out.
Should we?
Yeah,
open
it was a
Jafar?
bitch to open. You gotta get something sharp.
Jafar, should we open it now?
Yeah, go for it. I thought you guys were gonna get that later.
Let me go get my knife.
That's why I was surprised when I got it. I was like, and I text Siete, and Siete was like, it might be a pipe bomb. Watch out.
When I ordered mine, it took like 2.5 weeks.
We're on a different level. They knew it was going to special people. Let me get it.
Did I get express on that shit?
Your card got charged.
Oh, that hurt like a bitch! Play Wake Me Up When September Ends.
Hey, what?
Wake me up when September ends.
I've never played that in my life. Maybe I can figure it out.
You almost had it right there, actually.
Something like that. I gotta figure it out. No.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Sorry, I came in late.
You came late.
That's not what that kid said.
Y'all both got different ones,
weird.
but they're the same theme.
Siete, open it already?
I haven't. I'm trying to. Hey, I'm drunk. So that's 5, 7 in. 8 almost. If I'm wrong here, it's going to be 8.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I think I'm wrong. What's this?
Oh, okay, you're taking stuff out already?
Yeah. Well, it's just the bookmark.
Well, now I know it's a bookmark.
No, there's something in there, fool.
Framing ideas.
I might frame this one, actually. I have a...
Alright, wait. Before you pull anything out, I have to say, like, do it delicately, because the paper's pretty, like, delicate.
Okay.
So gently pull.
That's what she said.
Ooh. Too bad I'm deaf.
No,
I'm trying to get you all a little playmate.
You got selective hearing. That's what
I thought you were.
Wait. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. Cilantro.
I told her.
Man, Falcon Shoe did it quick, man.
I'm afraid it's like... I'm afraid to tear it now. Okay, here it goes.
I don't want to ruin the surprise for Siete, man.
He's going for it, man.
Oh Shit.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
Oh, dang.
Dang, man.
What's yours? How was yours?
What's yours like?
Mine's like this one.
Oh, I gotta turn off my background. Let me see.
He's got Darth throwing Emperor Palpatine down the shaft.
Yeah, mine's when Darth Vader turned back into Anakin Skywalker.
Excuse the clothes behind me.
Oh, is that the Mandalorian?
Yeah.
That was Baby Yoda. That's pretty cool. Oh, I already put the tissue paper back.
Look, it's the dude that says, "I've never met a Mandalorian." Right?
Why'd you say it like that?
That's the way he says it.
It's Bebe Yoda.
So, are these dudes originals or what?
Yeah, this dude I follow on Instagram, studied this style of Japanese art for like years, and he's like practiced it, and now he does his own stuff, but he does a lot of like video game and like anime and stuff, and he just like translates it into this kind of art.
Oh, that's cool.
So he has a lot of Marvel ones too. He has like a Iron Man one, and it looks like Iron Man's got like the tie around his head, the band, and he's like hammering away at some steel. And he's got like War Machine in the back, but you can see like the Iron Man suit is like in the process.
That's cool. It was actually that's really cool. I like it.
I'll send you all his page on Instagram.
That's badass.
So
thanks, man.
I'll go ahead, and Falcon understands. I'll go ahead and do it.
Take a shot for me. Oh.
All right, Jafar. We'll let you in on the secret here. We thought, I thought, and I bet Falcon that I would chug my beer if I was wrong. We thought that you were about to tell us that. We thought you were going to tell us that Meow was pregnant.
Oh man, I would hope not. Nah, she was just bleeding last week, man.
But yeah, dude, cause look, I mean, okay, so as Falcon and Cilantro will explain or know, I'm all about trying to like know when y'all are about. I'm all about ruining the surprise. Like I want to know ahead of time, but I want to know out of my own deduction. Like I want to figure it out on my own. And the way
Sieteuno.
Yeah, I want to be Sieteuno. And the reason
Falcon feel the same way.
When I told him, he didn't think the same way. But let me explain my thought process on that. So we just recorded last week, and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. We just recorded last week, and we usually try to give it a little bit of time. I was like, oh, okay, that's a little suspicious. That's a little sus. And then you wanted to talk about unexpected gifts, and I was like, okay, that could be an unexpected gift.
Unexpected.
Yeah, unexpected. And then it was just that the time span, because we had just recorded last week, I was like, that's kind of a rush situation. And then like my mind started like spiraling out of control because you said Meow was gonna be out of town, and I was like, maybe she's telling her parents. Maybe this is a big old conspiracy. But I guess I was wrong, so I chugged my beer.
Man, sorry. Unexpected gift was Doc Holiday.
It was funny. Sieta started going on about that, and I was like, no, I don't think so. You know, like, I need more. I need a little more to think that way. But then these cylindrical shapes came in the mail, and
that was the other thing.
And I text Sieta, and I was like, Sieta, did you get a cylindrical package in the mail today? And he was like, oh, today's been a day I haven't been home. So I don't know if it did. And then he ended up getting home, and he was like, I did get something. And I was like, like a cylindrical shape? And he was like, yeah. And then Cilantro was like, what if they're gender reveals?
That's exactly what I thought it was when I got it. I was like, maybe this is something.
Dude, I can't wait to tell her that y'all thought shit, dude. She's gonna lose it.
I was thinking they were both like gender reveals, and then you were gonna be like, all right, I put this in y'all's hands. Y'all each got a cannon, and then y'all are gonna have to like fire it off, at this specific time whenever you and Meow were together. And I was like, oh shit, it's becoming real.
I thought it was Christmas gifts, like a surprisingly Christmas gift. So then I was like, oh shit, like he got a surprise gift, like she gave.
See, that's exactly what I thought.
No, she was just out of town this week, and I had a free Saturday night. And I don't have any kind of an agenda.
I thought you had an agenda.
But are we actively trying, though? Are we, like, actively trying?
We don't want to do anything until she has her master's degree secured and at least a foot in a door with a job somewhere.
Did she finish her graduate school?
She's got one more semester. That's it.
Not too bad. Like, what, 6 more months?
Yeah.
And then a job for sure?
Yeah, hopefully, because the place she's been interning had, like, 2 people just quit, and I think she says she's going to apply for both positions.
Okay, cool.
And, I mean, she's already been interning,
Will the
so...
baby come before the bells?
We like to play at new school, so maybe.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't mind just making her my common wife,
Oh, okay.
So since this is just a normal thing, then I didn't get anything unexpected. Other than this one. This was actually unexpected. But
yeah.
For Christmas this year, I asked everyone just for money because I'm trying to get the PS5. If we get
I bet you are.
Yeah.
How did you do? How did you rake in total?
I got about 200. So.
Hey, almost halfway.
Yeah. So I mean, I think I'm for sure going to be able to afford it. Whenever there's one available, I can just buy it. Because I saved enough money. Because with my company, we get Christmas bonuses too. So, and I got an unexpected amount for Christmas bonuses because I thought the Christmas bonus was half of our paycheck, but it turns out it's double our paycheck. So, I was able to use, because normally with the Christmas, my Christmas bonus, I use that to buy everyone's presents. So I pay for it. So I had tried to be conservative with my Christmas presents. I was like, all right, so I got enough for this, I got enough for that, and then I did the math and I was like, I could just probably buy a PS5 without even getting my Christmas money. But the Christmas money helps, and if we get a stimulus going into politics, I'll definitely have enough to buy a PS5, so I will definitely buy one if I get one. Or if we get one.
Get that stimulus.
That's what you should use your stimulus for, Falcon.
You know what, Sieta? I think I will.
Hey, now.
Hey, you just enjoy your scented candles, all right?
I was about to ask if Cilantro was paying attention.
Yeah, she did. Oh, she's come back.
What did you say? I missed that. Something about spending your stimulus and I can go enjoy my scented candles.
He said...
I said I'm going to spend my stimulus on your scented candles.
Exactly.
I don't even buy scented candles. I get them as gifts. I'm not popular. What else did you get for Christmas?
Hey, since Cilantro came over here, I mean.
I was about to say, I was like, hey now, hold up. This is a family-centric show, motherfucker.
You want to talk about your gifts real quick, Cilantro?
Sure. I got many gifts. One big gift, I guess, that...
wow.
I don't know. Falcon said that the last gift he gave me, the last gift that he gave me, he was like, and this is real random, you didn't ask for it, but...
Double or nothing.
I got it anyways. Huh?
Double or nothing.
What do you mean, Don?
Just keep on explaining.
We're not pregnant, if that's what you think.
Oh, god damn it! I got a chug another beer!
Nice.
Fuck!
Really? That's what you did. No, you
You should have
didn't.
let him on and made him believe that he was right.
No. No.
You got so
That's
mad.
that's July 2021.
No,
Just kidding.
Jafar predicted, and he was like, I'm going to say 2022. And I was like, Jafar, you think we're going to skip a whole year without another offspring? But you might be right.
I mean, come on, man.
That's my plan.
One's a lot right now, ain't she? Didn't she just take out all them damn groceries after you packed them shits up?
No, she's so good. Anyways, I got a what do you call it?
Ulcer.
I had a big radio for the longest time. Like I've had it for like, well, it's been in the family for like 20 years, and it's one of those stereos that has 2 speakers. It has a CD player on the top, and it has a cassette player. If you could put tapes in there, you can play tapes, right? And I've had it. We've had it. My sister got it when she was a teenager from my dad. She was all excited because it was like a big boom box back then. Those were cool. And then it passed down to me, and then I've had it for that long, and it's taking up most of my nightstand. Like, I didn't even realize, but it's taking up my whole nightstand. And then on top of that is a big alarm clock, like the big alarm clocks that everybody has, digital alarm clock, right? Where, like, it shines really bright. And then it has where you set the alarm, and it goes, like real old school. And that was on top of that radio. And so Falcon thought it'd be so and then I never had room for my Yeti. So at night I had to put my Yeti on the floor, and then my lotion on the floor, like, because nothing fit on my nightstand. So I guess he realized that, wow, Cilantro has no room on her nightstand because she has to put all her shit on the floor because nothing fits there. And then I know it's a family-oriented show, but the other day I threw something on the floor from the bed. Yeah. So I must have thrown a shirt during some time on the floor, and it spilled. It spilled all over the floor, so we had to take a pause because the water was getting all over the floor.
The water that spilled.
Right. The water spilled all over the floor.
Sorry, I'm drunk, and that's like that. Sorry.
Those are his triggers.
Yeah. The water spilled all over the floor, and then he realized that he needs to get me something more convenient so I can get my nightstand back. So I got this thing called, I don't even know what it's called, but
it's a smart clock.
It's a smart clock.
Lenovo.
It's like ask, hey Google, and then it'll play and stream radio through it. So his one random gift, because that was the last gift that I got, and he said, you didn't ask for this, and it's kind of random, and then when he gave it to me and started telling me that he saw my struggles throughout all these years or whatever, I started crying because I realized that that radio has been in my life for like 20 years, and now it's gonna be thrown away because it's just too big for my lifestyle now. But the point of the story is that he noticed that I had a struggle and he corrected it, and so he knocked out 2 appliances of mine into one small appliance and opened up my nightstand now for more activities.
Well,
and there will be no more spilling of water now because it'll be elevated and not on the floor. If you're throwing things, perhaps.
Well, 2 things. First of all, that stereo could be passed down.
I know, but it's so big.
But that's what I said, though.
I know, my sister said too because that was hers, but it's so big. You should see it. It's like big.
First of all, nobody
sells CDs or tapes anymore, so all it is used for a radio.
Yes, they do sell them.
So that means you can just make Beckett a mixtape, just of all badass songs that you want her to listen to. So
we got to educate Beckett on the cassette tape and the CD. That way she has a leg up on her generation.
Yeah, her generation isn't going to know exactly.
In the storage.
Learning experience right there.
I'm sure Siete would let you store it at his place until she was old enough.
Hold up. Now, like, hey, hold up. I've just got rid of all my shit, so No. But
Come on, it's only 24 by 12.
It's really big, and then the digital clock as well is on it right now, and that clock needs to go too. Because I realized that I think I was waking up in the middle of the night because the light was so bright, and now with the new smart clock that I have, it dims as soon as the lights turn off. It dims, so now the whole room is like darker than it was before. So I kind of felt like a shitty wife because it was like Wednesday before Christmas, and I realized that I hadn't bought him anything at all. And so I was like, fudge, what am I going to do? And I told him that morning, I said, I haven't bought you anything at all, and I know days are running short. And he was like, oh, good, at least I'm not the only one. And I was like, okay, perfect. You haven't got me anything, too, so this was going to work out. But then I thought, oh, you know what? I'm going to use our Secret Santa Amazon list that we made for our Secret Santas, and I just go to his list and see what he didn't get. And obviously, I know he wants those things to put that on his wish list. So then I got him barbecue gloves so he can barbecue and like not burn his little fingers.
Yee.
Well, hold up. What? I mean, but he has a pellet smoker.
Don't fuck
What?
with me.
What?
He has
How's he
3
gonna burn his fingers?
barbecue pits.
What is it
One of
gonna
them is a pellet grill.
Oh, well. I mean,
Same concept of you using an air fryer as opposed to a deep fryer.
oh, hold on. Okay, hold up. Hold the phone. No.
He does have a regular pit.
It's called
and
evolution.
He has 3 pits. One of them may be a pellet, yes, but the other pits require him to burn his hands, so I bought him those.
Okay.
And then I realized that I still need to get more because that's only one little gift. Anyways, I just was really stressed out about it, and I told my work peeps that I'm a bad wife. I don't know what to get. What are y'all getting y'all's husbands or boyfriends? And they gave me ideas, but no. I realized that, okay, I'm going to put my 2 cents in, really think hard outside the box, and I know that he gets really stressed off at work a lot, being on the phones all day. He's like texts me at like 9:30, and he's like, I'm already fucking annoyed. And I'm like, it's only been 30 minutes. And he's like, I want to fucking smash the wall in.
I understand that.
He just hates work. And so I thought, being the thinking outside the box and how he always thinks about me outside the box, I'm going to get him a personal massager that you put, and it's handheld, and it'll massage your back or your legs or your feet. Like, it had, I was going to look up some massagers on Amazon so he can get to us faster, right? Because Amazon Prime, it'll be here before Christmas. And I just wanted to do a PSA announcement that if you type in personal massager on Amazon, you'll get a lot of variety of different things for pleasure.
I was about to say, I was like, is that the personal massager you got him? The fucking...
No. But there's a lot of things that I read about that I did not want to read about, but I thought, oh my gosh, I'm just trying to look up a massager for stress relief. But
this one's at Bed Bath and Beyond if you want to get that.
Oh my god, that's... What is that one called? Is that one like
the personal
$29 or
touch
$30?
and go?
Yes.
$24.90.
That was one that I really did see. I really saw that, and I had good reviews on that one, but a lot of it was like...
I bet it had good reviews on it.
Fleshlight?
No.
Might as well get him a fleshlight. That would probably be the equivalent.
It was so awkward because I really had a good heart, and I wanted it for the good relief of the work. And all I could read about was sex toys, and I was like, shit, this is not helping me at all. But long story short, I found one that seems effective, and so you just, whenever you're feeling stressed out, you put it on your back or your lower back, and it would help his sciatic because he has sciatic issues too. So I thought, okay, this is really going to be a go-to product that he could use. And so, yeah, that was just a funny story that I had because, again, I never knew that I would get so many backlash on looking up personal massager on Amazon. But when I gave it to him, I told him the reasoning why I bought it and that it also had other personal benefits, and he was really excited about those more.
Well,
a similar story. I also didn't expect to get so much backlash when I look up butt plugs.
Well, that does go into my second point. Wait a minute. Let me just go ahead and just write it down. Let me get
now.
Since I'm in my office, let me go ahead and get out my folder here.
Jafar, remember the lyrics even with the pipe.
I'm all out. I need to reload.
Falcon was a good husband.
Really?
12, 25, 20. I'm just filing that in my. So for those who aren't aware, I am also Falcon's marriage lawyer, and I'm just filing things away. Can I tell her what's in the most recent thing in the folder?
Sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, yes. Okay, so let me go back. Let me see. I think it was last week. It was December 20th. Let me read it real quickly. My notes. Oh, Cilantro listens to podcasts that is not her husband's.
Oh my
God. I have that in my folder too. I have that in the folder. So it's right.
It was one episode,
right
and I was trying to look to see what they talk about on their podcast because I wanted to get some pointers and see maybe we can get some tips from them.
Oh yeah.
Tips?
Oh, okay.
What you mean tips?
Hey, did Falcon? First of all, I just have one question. If we're in the court today, I just have one question for you, Cilantro.
You need to edit court music over this.
Yeah. If I had my button, I could have done it. I don't have it open right now.
I knew you would be upset.
Cilantro, please, for the court's benefit, I do want to ask you, did Falcon buy you a stereo to clean up your nightstand? Just so I'm understanding, just for the court, just so the jury can understand.
I thought it was another question. About the podcast, but yes, he did.
Excuse me.
I thought he was going to bring up something else about the podcast.
So your husband is a good husband then, because of that.
Yes. No question about it.
But then I do want to bring up Exhibit A. You listened to a podcast that was not your husband's. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I arrest my case. Actually, no, I don't arrest my case just yet. I do take that back. I'm sorry, I'm drunk. But I do want to also just ask, do you think that's an appropriate thing after your husband does something so extravagant just for you?
I didn't subscribe. I'll just say that right now. I did not subscribe. No.
But did you listen to the podcast?
I listened to 10 minutes of the podcast.
That is more than enough, ma'am. Your Honor, I arrest my case.
Thank you. Thank
you.
Not to mention that.
Before I arrest my case, I do want to file a motion that Falcon deserves a PS5. That's my final thing before I arrest my case. I want to file a motion. So let's get that done. Let's get that in the works, and we should be done. And I believe we can settle out of court on this one. So.
And that's this week's episode of GSPN, everybody. Thank you for listening in.
I've been the Sieteuno.
We'll see how the divorce goes next episode.
That's why we're a throuple, because then none of us are alone.
Oh, God.
No one will be alone.
Oh, do the outro. You guys got to do the outro. Since Cilantro's here, she's got to do the outro.
All right, guys, for real, though, thank you for listening to another episode of GSPN. Whenever you want to, I don't know, get to know us, just come on and check out our page a little more. I think we can probably start maybe doing some random statuses for you here and there, too. That would be nice. Mm-hmm. Just some thoughts, throwing them out there. But until then, y'all freaky freaks, this is Darth Jafar, going back to a galaxy far, far away for a nap.
This has been the Sieteuno drunk off his ass.
Followed by a falcon shoe that supposedly may change in the future. And
cilantro.
Damn, that works.